business. He would become a millionaire by the age of 18. Little D wasn't as flashy as Felix Mitchell.
That man became a millionaire by the time he was 18, bro. Nigga, when I was 18, nigga, I knew I wanted to rap, but damn. That's crazy as hell. I see why he was looking up to Felix, nigga. Nigga, you start selling crack when you 16. That thing, you know, you become a millionaire at 18, bro. You taking care of your whole family and you still a child. YouTube! What's happening, man? What's that word, man? So we back on the second reaction channel, man. Back in Cali. And this was requested by one of my subscribers. Shout out to the subs, them good subs. Shout out to the mob, you feel what I'm saying? This was requested by them. I forgot who I reacted on, but it was a Kingpin. And they said, hey, Don, you should react on Lil D from Oakland. They call him the King of Crack. I was like, the King of Crack? Whoa, how did I miss him? So I did my due diligence, did my research, and my dog Warren Kelly had dropped something on him, you feel me? So we're going to talk about Lil D, man, Oakland's finest, man. They say that man was a multi-millionaire by the time he was 18. Crazy hell. Let's tap into it, though.
Episode of Warren Kelly. In this episode, I'm going to talk about Kingpin Daryl Little D Reed. Little D would be born around 1968 range and would grow up in East Oakland, California. Little D would grow up in a two-parent, hard-working home, but growing up in East Oakland was always a tough environment. He grew up in the 6-9 Village Housing Projects, one of the most known and crime-riddled areas in Oakland. Growing up, Little D would see a lot, and one of the main things he seen was Kingpin Felix Mitchell running the projects he lived in. This exposed him to a lot early. Little D had an early connection to Felix Mitchell in the 6-9 mob gang, off his auntie having a baby, which is his first cousin with Felix Mitchell. Growing up, Little D would spend a lot of time with his little cousin, and this helped make him spend a lot of time with his cousin's dad, Felix Mitchell. Little D started to experience the early lifestyle of a Kingpin being with Felix. That's being inside luxury cars, like Rolls Royces, top-of-the-line clothes and shoes, and the respect of the association of the 6-9 mob. Little D's parents tried to provide for him and shelter him the best that they could and keep him away from that type of lifestyle, but it wouldn't work. It was almost
hell nah, it ain't gonna work, man. You gotta understand, bro. Like, your parents can try to keep you away from that kind of lifestyle, bro. But like, when you looking, right? When you looking at somebody, right, who seems to have it all, bro, and your dad is maybe working a 9 to 5, or he may just be like providing, but y'all ain't got it all. And you looking at somebody who was as close to Little D as Felix, bro. It like, come on, you like, damn, man, like Uncle Felix, like he ballin'. Nigga, Uncle Felix got Rolls Royces, and Uncle Felix fly. Shit, dad going out here to a goddamn welding company, hell, and we barely goddamn running water, you feel me? So I can totally understand why, like, as a jit, you would go down that road when it comes to money. Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I got cousins that are dope boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, 2 of my cousins, they were 3 of them. I ain't gonna, like, 2 of them, they out the game. 1 of them, I don't know what these niggas doing. I don't know. I ain't finna be police. You feel me? Hell no. But I looked up to them when I was growing up because, like, off the fly, nigga, they giving me $20, $50. Like, $50 to like an 8-year-old, boy, that's some money. You smell what I'm saying? And you seeing them with the cars and the houses and the clothes, bro, and the girls and jewelry and things of that nature. And then I'm watching my pop, which we didn't grow up poor, bro, but it was 3 of us, dog. My pop really did all the work, and my mom had little jobs here and there, but she didn't really have like a career type joint like she got now. So, like, we were honestly just living off of my dad's salary. So, nigga, I'm not gonna kill. I wanted to be a dope boy. That, like, nigga, that was my dream, nigga. My dream. I said, nigga, I'm gonna sell this dope, nigga. I'm gonna go holler at Cub, and Cub gonna show me how to make $200,000 a day, nigga, for sure. But when Cub ass got locked up, nigga, that changed my whole perspective. I said, I gotta find a way to live like Cub without the chain gang. That's just what I said, bro. I just had to. And that's what I did. Shout out to the mob.
Possible with everybody he knew, and some of his uncles being a part of the 6-9 mob. Little D would start off slow in the lifestyle, with running errands for the 6-9 mob, like going to the store, and even holding straps for them. Because of his young age, police wouldn't search him.
Damn.
At age 14,
that's smart.
Little D started selling, but he had a learning curve. Getting played by one of his OGs, he had to learn more about the game, which he did. He ended up making his own small crew of homies his age. Little D would then be introduced to the dope game by a friend, and it was something new going around, so he was unfamiliar with it. But seeing the profit it made, he was all in. In high school, he started to make his own name. 1985, and after years of running the streets and wars of making more in his crew to family, Felix Mitchell was targeted by the police and was arrested.
Damn,
By
Felix.
1986, Felix Mitchell was killed in jail.
Damn.
Felix Mitchell's funeral was a sight to see. Thousands of people, luxury cars, and he was carried by a horse carriage, followed by 14 Rolls Royces, which took him to his hood and around Oakland one last time.
That was
This
up.
funeral
That's
had a
dope.
lot of media coverage, and they sent him home the right way. Police was even in attendance, watching from a Ferrari that he owned that they confiscated.
Prison. They were looking for Mitchell's possible successor, and their somewhat ostensible vantage point was Mitchell's favorite red Ferrari.
After this, Little D would try to change a lot in the streets of Oakland, stop a lot of beef that was going on, and build relationships with hoods his hood didn't get along with normally. His OGs didn't like that, but it was the best thing for his area. This was extremely profitable for Little D and his business. He would become a millionaire by the age of 18. Little D wasn't as flashy as Felix Mitchell.
That man became a millionaire by the time he was 18, bro. Nigga, when I was 18, nigga, I knew I wanted to rap, but damn. That's crazy as hell. I see why he was looking up to Felix, nigga. Nigga, you start selling crack when you 16. That thing, you know, you become a millionaire at 18, bro. You taking care of your whole family and you still a child. He was touching so much paper. He must have been the only person in Oakland with crack. This nigga was touching paper, cuz, for sure.
Having so much money, he was young, he wanted cars and the jewelry, but this gained police attention. He started buying
Like
luxury
always.
cars like Maseratis. Mind you, he was only a senior in high school. On the way, Little D would meet another kingpin, Freeway Ricky Ross from LA.
Ricky Rose.
Freeway would become one of his new plugs. Freeway was older and couldn't believe someone that young could be running the whole enterprise.
I can't believe it now.
1988, Little D's 20th birthday party. He threw a massive birthday party with an estimated 3,000 people in attendance. MC Hammer performed, and it was a star-studded party with people like Too Short in attendance. As well, he even had relationships with people like Gary Payton and Mark Curry, known for the show Hang with Mr. Cooper.
That's crazy,
But
man.
this would make matters worse. Police was on Little D's trail and were watching him for years, and even had his phones tapped. Police started putting surveillance on Little D and started to watch his every move. Police even hired a technician to put cameras by one of Little D's apartments to see who was coming in or who was coming out the apartments. On December 8th, 1988, Little D would be raided in his apartment. He had over 20 keys and $60,000 on him. Little D knew he had to stand tall and accept what came with the life, which was doing time or dying, which in his case was taking a long sentence. Police tried to make him snitch and give up bigger kingpins, but he refused.
That's what's up.
Little D took his case to trial and ended up being sentenced to 35 years at 21 years old. Time in
That's
jail, Little D will be sent
crazy,
to
bro.
14 different prisons, most not being in California. They wanted to separate him and his influence in California. Even with this, he will still hold down relationships with his family and his son, who was born after he was sentenced. In 2010, Little D will have a book come out called Wait.
I'm gonna have to get that book. I want to read about that, gang. Like I like reading stuff like that and like looking at stuff like this, like that shit. Like damn, 33 years though, damn.
25-year mark of his prison sentence, the president was considering clemency of many different kingpins. Many people would write letters and start a petition for Little D. He was later granted clemency. Getting out after all them years for Little D would feel like he was in a different world. A whole 28 years, it took a while for him to adapt, since he spent more time in his life in jail than out. Since being out, Little D has been trying to be a promoter, hosting events, and even giving back to his community by talking to the kids.
That's dope.
So they won't make the same mistakes that he did.
That's dope.
He also has been trying to fetch a show about his life. Little D did over 2 decades in the pen, but he stood on what he believed and is considered a Bay Area street legend who is still respected and honored.
That's
But
dope.
more than that, he's a father of 2, a grandpa, and a man who's changed for the better. This will conclude this episode. If you have
That's dope, man. Shout out Lil D, man. I ain't gonna count, like, stories like that be like, you get a lesson out of it, bro, and it's very motivational, bro, because it proves that the street life You only get two things out of the street life, bro. That's jail or death. You feel me? And it proves that. But like, hey, dog, he did his thing, man. And when he got out, bro, he changed his ways. He rehabilitated his life. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know. I probably would have went back to selling crack. Hey, man, I'm just saying, gang. But shout out to him for changing his life, man. You know what I'm saying? Educate the youth, man, because it ain't the same like it was back then. Like, if it was nowadays, nigga, Lil D would have told on everybody. Nigga, the whole operation would have been up for grabs, nigga. You know what I'm saying? These niggas don't want to go to jail. They scared of jail, but they want to live a life of crime, but they don't want the jail with it. You feel me? The baddest of the baddest get in front of them goddamn detectives and things of that nature and ask for a 10-piece hot honey with a peach lemonade, and I will tell you everything. Shout out to Lil D and all the OGs, man, who kept it solid, bro. Because these days, you cannot be a street guy. Yeah, going to the chain gang. Straight up. Anyway, I'm all know y'all be like, want to vote in the comment section down below, man. Don't get like that video. Don't get subscribed. Make sure you ring that bell. After y'all ring it up, though, make sure you hit all, man. Happy Friday, bro. It's finally Friday. We got a crazy weekend ahead of us. We're going to be vlogging, man. Y'all make sure you guys tap in on that vlogging channel, man. Life with the Duns, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, we go crazy. Every other day we dropping a daily vlog, me and my wife, of our life. So tap in over there for me. You did what I'm saying. I think we going to the 80s weekend. I don't know if I'm going to get a room or not, but Quanta's going to get a face peeling or something like that. I ain't getting there. Fuck that. You know what I mean? That don't even sound like it feels great. But yeah, so we just gonna spend time in the A and things of that nature, man. Go on a little date. And we gonna vlog it, man. Try some food. It's a lobster place I wanna try. Not lobster. Oyster place I wanna try. But hey, I'ma let y'all go. I've been talking too long, man. I love y'all, bro. But God love you more than me. So tap in with the biggest. Mob life or no life. Mob way or no way, man. I'ma holla at y'all on the next one. OTM, we're gonna get it out the mud every single day. Yeah, just get it. Gang. You know we got the streets, nigga. We got the trap too. I say my trap doing numbers, I just bust another jewel. Got a player around the corner, hey. I say my trap doing numbers like that 05 summer. Got a quarter pound on me, hey. The trap doing numbers.